It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway for Wild Card Weekend. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another carry for him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Now May on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 46. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. May now from the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, those big guys are taught that if you can't get to the quarterback, guess what you can still do? You can get a pass breakup. That's perfect timing to get his hand up and knock that ball away.
May now on 3rd down. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Giants get the football on the 1st turnover of the contest. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB in you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Handoff now from the gun. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Back-to-back carries here. This is ahead for about 5. Christian Benford up to make that stop. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard. Man in motion here. Back to the well again. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down, and they go right back to him. Has a big hole left. It's a New York touchdown! The Giants have a great first drive and get the game's first points. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through, and he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights, and the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. Hutchinson reels it in. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. One quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. That tackle made by the rookie from Penn State.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Short pass brought in. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. Throwing on 3rd and long. Metcalf there to bring it in. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To the air on 1st down, May. Gets it to him on the screen. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll try and punch it in. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's May. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st down, they'll run. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. He gets the first and more inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants take a second quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Going play action, May. Called in left side. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now he'll throw off the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
May not have throw on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Giants football. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll run here from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Giants will have a 1st down. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on first down. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. 2nd down now, 7 to go. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. The give here on 2nd. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Oye Mafe bringing that play to a halt. The Giants using their first timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Setting up a throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Another carry for him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You want to talk about one position that really has morphed over the years? When you think of old school middle linebackers, the big physical guys that just stuffed holes, not anymore. These guys can run just about as well as anybody on the field. He showed it off creating that negative play.
Hits him on the out route. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Working quickly here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Running this one left. Breaks through, and he might break away. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here's made in the air. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Giants will take over beyond their own 40. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll run now on 2nd down. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Giants will have a first down. Plowing up the middle. And this is run down into the red zone at the 19. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Right up the gut. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Buying some time right. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Christian Benford has it. And the Eagles can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Trying again, following the sack. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. From his own end zone on 3rd and long. He connects downfield on 4th.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Timeout taken by the defense, their second. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And the punt team gets to this one at the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's Giants ball, just 1 quarter away from advancing in the postseason. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Taylor trying the left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Back to the well again. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Brought in right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Hand off to the back. Room to run inside the 20. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Giants go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
This one is up and good. And the Giants double their lead to 14. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And they'll have to navigate the rest of the way without being able to stop the clock at will. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st down throw for May. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
To the air yet again, May. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Giants get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They go play action on 1st. Kittle brings it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that gives them 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll try and punch it in. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. This one's caught. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. 3 yards on that carry. That leaves him facing 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right, decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit. Angling this one in from the right hash to challenge here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
This return starts at the 5. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. On play action, here's May. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. May now from the gun. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a...
And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. So the Giants come away with the win. And they're headed to the divisional round next week. Great start to their playoffs and getting the win at home, but the test's only getting harder from here on out.